Just open up your mind, let the music into you. Because I can make you dance if you want me to. Now all my party people, put your hands up in the air. Ladies, shake your booty like you just don't care. And all my poppin' lockers, just do what you gotta do. Because I can make you dance.
My name is Kobra, aka Donald Devoux. From Boo Yaa Tribe, hip hop, once upon a time. The Strutters, Blue City, it was me and my brothers. I was younger. My older brother, Godfather, he was the oldest. And then, teaching from him to, to the younger ones. And then we had Charlie, Hecko and Jekyll, they were my uncles.
Right.
And then that's how we formed Blue City, from Carson. So from there, years later, as my brothers grew older, and then we grabbed them, and then we put them, and then we formed a rap group from the hood, Boo Yaa Tribe.
Okay, and we're talking about what years? When did Blue City Strutters come about? Like what year around?
It's probably saying 78, 79.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
early 80s.
All right, and they were a group of you did popping.
Yeah, it was straight strutting and popping and boogaloo. And the original ones was Mike Allo, Sam Nico, Sam Seffi, Godfather, and then Charlie and Jack.
And they brought you into the group.
Yeah, I came later.
Okay.
Because I'm like want to be like them. So they were like, my upbringing. I was in the 5th grade, and my brother Ted, they just came from the theaters, and they brought the twins came in. That's the first time I'm seeing them coming into my house. And in the back of the house, it was me, Gangster, and all our brothers. We were younger, and they were coming in, and they were introducing to my mom, and then find out that we were actually related to them back in the islands. So when they came, that's when I saw Jack. And then when the early morning, he showed me, because I'm going to show you something. And I was like, I'm in the 5th grade. And he goes, I'm going to show you a dance called boogaloo. And I was like, and he came out and he just started, the first move was like his legs. His legs was like, just bopping. And then he just says, and I was just like, here I'm in the 5th grade. But just the leg bopping, that was my first move. And then he just was like, just bopping. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I said, this is what I want to be all my life.
Okay.
5th grade.
Yeah.
Just by bopping his leg. And that was the first boogaloo move. This right here was my first move. But you got to bop your leg. That was, what I'm saying? Just like that. Because Jack and Charlie had their body like they were like a little Bruce Lee. They had that body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his body was like the way and I was like, Carson was more of the Mecca at that time.
Okay.
So at that time, no place to go.
Okay.
Because we had everything. We had the free lunch at the park. We had the theaters. We had the pool. So everybody in our community would come to our area. And that's how we would trade off, to see if you see Hecko and Jekyll coming out, what style. So we were like, want to see what the move was.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, it was a movement and everyone would come there and battle,
When we say everyone, all the Samoan dancers,
from the blacks to the Latinos,
Okay.
to the Samoans, whoever came, if you had game in our area in the hood, you had to come. Like Harbor City, you had Pookie and Mantan. Harbor City. Carson, you had Little Fish. I mean, the original Fish, not the fake one from Gardena. The original Little Fish. They have another dude called Cricket. He was from Scottsdale. I mean, this dude, his style was just like a cricket. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they call it nigga. He was my rival. And then you had Boogaloo Shrimp, who lived on Wilmington. You know what I'm saying? And he would come. And then you had Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? You had, you know what I'm saying? So each, you know, style will all come and we'll all get down. You know, like, and see who, you know, what you got and what, you know.
Show what you got.
It was right there at the Carson Twin Cinema. It was a mixture of everything because there was no rules. Everybody had their uniqueness on style. I mean, when you say style, I'm talking about people coming like, man, where are you from? I'm from Lakewood, Linwood, Carson, Compton, Long Beach. I mean, Santa Ana, Westminster. I mean, it was just going outward. Like, it was just so many styles, you know. And you were like, wow, what you got? What you bring to the table? San Pedro, you know what I'm saying? They had Camelot, Boogaloo Camelot. There was so many styles. So it was just like, it was the thing to do. But it was like the culture. It had its fashion, you know what I'm saying? How people used to hit, you know what I'm saying? How you used to bop, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, doing routines together with you know, your group.
And speaking of that, like style and how we dress, we talked about that earlier. The clothes.
Yes.
Talk about a little bit about the clothes that we saw and that we used to wear back then.
You always had your uniqueness. If you didn't have the suit, you know, they call it the old man, you know, with the double breast, or if you're gonna wear the khaki suit, the Dickies, because that's what we can afford, you know. But there are certain ways how I used to crease it, you know, two crease in the front, 3 in the back. You know what I'm saying? It had its movement, you know, like it was just so unique. It was a culture. And if people just find, you know, now they look at it like, you know, but in our time, it was that fashion. You had to dress that way. I mean, they had popping jackets, you know, and that jacket was everything because that was your name. Because when you throw your old English font on you, that's how people will remember you leaving. You know, if you're going to high school to go head up with another group, if you beat that dude, you know, you're gonna have the finest girl in high school wearing your jacket with your name. So that was it. And then you go to another high school and you go head up with this dude, you know what I'm saying, and you beat him and the girl go, ooh, I like that. And then she wants to wear your jacket, you know, so then your name gets popular, you know. So, you know, and your name, that name with your jacket, wherever it goes, people are like, yeah, you remember that guy? Or, you know, so that jacket it had that rebellious, you know, it had that thing where like, oh, you know, and how you do it, how you decorate it, you know what I'm saying? How you write it, and the jacket was everything.
Okay.
One of my battles was going to Harbor City, and I remember there was some Usos in the ghetto. Says they had some brothers there that can get down, and I remember they was known. They was called Pookie and Mantan. So the twins told me, you know, my cousin said, come over on Sunday, and we're gonna bring you over there, and then you're gonna come out. I mean, we used to have the radio, and I'll never forget, man. And then Mantan just came out, like he had an afro, he was his shirt, he was like, you know, across the street, like, all right, you know, we don't get that. I'm across the street, you know, like, well, what's that? You know, and I came out on Rick James. It's that one song, Fire. I mean, it was that one poppy song he had. I'm High. Remember that song? I'm High from Rick James.
Okay.
Woo! So that song came out, and I started popping. But anyway, it was like, you know, after I went ahead with him, then I go to the Samoan store, and then Pookie was in there with the chick, and he said, man, let's go ahead. So he dropped this drink. You know, we battling over there, you know, like wherever you go, there was a battle. You know, if it's at a church, school, function, you know what I'm saying? You're going to battle somebody somewhere to try to get your name. Because it was like, it was an art form. It was to go head up with somebody was like, you know, like, yeah, what, woo, you know, and then all of a sudden they go tell their friends, oh man, that dude, you know. I remember we used to go to Compton, and we used to take the bus. And I remember we used to go all the way. They used to have this one popper, and he was from Park Village. They used to call this guy Skeletor. And he was bad. He had his own unique style. And we used to be like, oh, hurry up, hit, boom, 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 get back on the bus, boom, then, bah, 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 you know what I'm saying? It was that deep.
Wow.
Because we're in Carson, we're going to Compton. And I'm going to head over this one Samoan dude, they call that nigga Skeletor. I remember he did this move like he took his head out, he coming out, you know, and it was like, damn, check this. That's why they call him Skeletor. I said, damn, okay, now I know what they call him Skeletor. And that's when I came out on the centipede. I started hitting my style, because I made up the centipede. Okay. That was one of my things, you know, hitting every part, more like the kung fu. But I put that in the boogaloo, you know, the centipede. I was original on centipede.
Nice.
One of the styles that I put.
Okay.
And a lot of people know with boogaloo shrimp, I did. I am one of the ones I taught boogaloo shrimp the basics. Because when he used to come to Scott Park, he would ride from Watson, where he used to live, on Wilmington, all the way to Carson to Scott Park. It ain't that far. And he would sit there right there and just watch me, Heckle, Jekyll, and Godfather hitting routines. Bam, just popping, just basic, you know what I'm saying, just hitting it. And he'd be like that. I said, hey, come over here. And he would come in like that, stand right there and watch. And then I would show him every move. You know, and that's how I was hitting on the 4 count. You know, everything was just basic. Whatever you're gonna do, just move. You know, and he was like, and that's how he progressed.
Okay.
And then, you know, and that's Boogaloo Shrimp, was a little homie. And his style is what I taught him. You know what I'm saying? When you hit, you know, is you hit all right here from the leg, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, open hand, you know what I'm saying? And pop, you know. I taught that. I taught Boogaloo Shrimp that.
Now,
This is before the movies.
right.
Because, you know, he was younger. You know, Boogaloo Shrimp was this big.
Well, he was pretty young when he was
Yeah.
in movies, so
Yeah.
this was high school maybe?
No,
Younger?
it was about a little bit junior high.
Okay. Now, you told me an interesting story where you ended up battling against Shrimp.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah, we battled